It's like a nail polish maybe? Pretty cool. And then I think this is the one last piece I needed, so now I might have a whole plate. We'll see when. So my husband just found this. We're hoping it's whole. He's gonna get it out the rest of the way. There's a bottle too, but that right there. So let's get it out. Whew, almost fell over.
Look at the bottom.
Looks like it was an ashtray or something. Still mostly whole though. If we find the other pieces, we can glue it. Pretty. Yeah, it's an ashtray. I think my grandma had ones that were similar to that. More that we found. I think this is part of like a light socket, possibly. I don't know if you can read this, but it says like Pennick Ford Ltd. Never heard of it, so I'm going to bring it home and look it up. Got a Vicks cap. I'm sure I have some sort of bottle that fits
My
it.
Vicks cap.
Mark has a Vicks cap that he's not getting back.
My Vicks.
And we're still going. This is day 2, the next day, and we're back at the dump. I got, I think, a lipstick tube of some sort, and it does have writing on it. It's kind of hard to read. I don't know if there's enough light down here, but New York City Park in Tilford or something? I'll clean it up.
It's a milk glass top.
Oh, you got a milk glass top. Cool. So this is part 2 to the last one. Found these at the same dump, same day. There was just so much of it that I couldn't really get all of it in at once. So we've got another apothecary type bottle. We got our first whole kind of drinking glass, so that's nice. That was our first one of those. My husband found this one. Probably still usable, but I'll probably use it as like a vase or something. We find a bunch of these amber little tiny bottles. Piece of flint or something my husband picked up. 2 Heartbreaker Fantas. Well, we always find these pretty much broken. We haven't found a whole Fanta yet, except for the one at a different dump that was way newer. But it's got the ACL. Not sure what this is, but there's a lot more of it there. I liked the green, so I picked up a couple of them. I don't know if I'll pick up the rest. It's a strange shape. So this, I actually tried to look this up. I couldn't find any information, but it says fresh, federal tax 8 cents. And then it says like aluminum deodorant or something. It's really rusted, but so if anybody knows anything about fresh, let me know in the comments, please. It's milk glass. I also tried to look up some information about this and couldn't find any. I'm not even sure how to pronounce it. Veggie? V-E-I-G-Y. Weren't able to find any info, but it's just like a amber small bottle. The lid's just kind of hanging on by a thread there. But if anybody knows anything about veggie, let me know in the comments below as well. I'd love to know more about these. Got a Vicks cap. We were really hoping this would be whole. It looked like it was whole when we went to pull it out, but it's an ashtray. Oh, very pretty. Part of a light socket. This I have a little bit of information on. It's Pennick and Ford Ltd. So they made food products throughout the mid-1900s. They were located in New Orleans. Mostly they made syrup and molasses. By February of 1921, they were producing corn syrup due to the severe drop in sugar prices, which created unfavorable economic conditions for them. They still make corn syrup today under multiple different names. They've been bought out a couple times. But I thought it was interesting. And with a little bit of information on Taylor Smith and Taylor Company. If I can figure out how to put a photo on my video editor that I use on my tablet, because I still don't have a laptop, I will put up what a whole one of these would have looked like, a picture at the end. But I've got a couple different pieces. Don't know if they're to the same plate or not, but a couple of different pieces to it. But it was like a pastoral farming scene. It's very pretty. It would have been really pretty whole. But so Taylor Smith and Taylor Company was in operation from 1900 until 1981 in Chester, West Virginia. The original owners were Colonel John N. Taylor, C.A. Smith, Joseph G. Lee, Albert G. Mason, and William L. Smith. But Lee left early on, so his name didn't stick in the name of the company. They made hotelware, dinnerware, toilet sets, and specialty pieces until the late 1920s. Then they changed to semi-vitreous dinnerware to be sold in department stores, five and dime stores, hardware stores, and through catalogs. They also owned a woodworking company called Timbercraft. They made wooden lids and handles for their products. Taylor Smith and Taylor Company was bought out by Anchor Hawking in 1972. So I'm hoping to find a whole one sometime. But even so, just cutting out like these trees or this house would be really pretty in a pendant or something. So this is just a part to a random plate. Oh, it does actually look, I didn't notice that, but there is like a small, tiny little flower and leaves on there. That would have been dainty. Maybe like a sauce, like a teacup saucer. Got a bit of information on this as well. This was an older lipstick case than what I normally find. But now let's see if I can get this to focus, because it is really hard to read. I don't know if you guys can read that. It says Park in Tilford, New York City. And then like a patent number. But anyway, Park in Tilford was founded by Joseph Park and John Mason Tilford in 1840. They opened a retail grocery store together on Carmine Street in Greenwich Village in New York by 1866. They were operating 4 retail locations in New York, as well as a branch in Paris. Thomas Edison's wife actually shopped at Park in Tilford in New York City. So what they did basically is they created the retail outlet, the grocers, and then they created their own lines to go in it, and cosmetics was one of the lines. So that's pretty neat. There's a lot of information on it. I'll put it in the comments below. It actually looks like there might be. It is so hard to see because of how crowded it is, but PT for Park in Tilford, and then like a wreath I didn't notice that before. And then we've got this, which I'm pretty sure goes to another piece that I found at this dump before, and I'm going to glue them back together. And then I've also found more of this at the same dump at different times, and I'm going to try to glue those back together. I might put it in like a short video, but kind of like a very mid-century modern type design there. I have other pieces that if they go together, it'll tell me who the maker was, but I haven't looked to put them together yet. I'm thinking there's probably 2 pieces at least, because some of them don't look like they'd go together. And then last but not least, just this piece of pottery or tile maybe that's made to look like wood. I thought that was cool. It's actually very realistic looking, so that's all for that one. Stay tuned, because in a couple weeks from now I'm going to be putting something a little bit different on. We went beach hunting, or sea glass hunting at the beach, so that one will be nice. We recently got back from a vacation to Shenandoah National Park in Virginia over the weekend, which is why I didn't put out the video yet. And once again, if I can figure out how to put pictures at the end, I'll add a couple of pictures at the end, because it was really gorgeous, and I recommend that anybody who has the means go to Shenandoah National Park in Virginia. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.